Today we have the one and only Queen of Muay Thai, an incredible 40-time Muay Thai world champion, Julie Kitchen on the show. Welcome Julie, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. You started working out when you were 23, after giving birth to your twins. Tell us about the time in your life.
Yeah, obviously I had twin girls. When I was younger, I was always into sport, like netball and cross country and stuff. But after I had the girls, a lot of mums, like you always come second, your children come first, so you're caring for them, looking after them. And I started just to put some weight on and got a little bit bigger. And I was a real daddy's girl when I was younger, and my dad picked up on my weight, so I knew he was telling me the truth, so I decided to go along to my husband's classes and just try and burn some calories and have some time for myself.
Wow, amazing. For those watching not very familiar with Muay Thai, can you explain what it is and how it's different from other sports like kickboxing for example?
Yeah, it's the science of 8 limbs, so you've got punches as a regular boxer. Kicking, so you're using your legs, you can kick low or high, knees and elbows as well.
Since then, you've won 14 world championships. At what point did you decide to start competing?
It was soon after I started to teach or to learn Thai boxing. I went to one of our juniors competitions and watched him fight, and I went to the venue and seen the boxing ring and the lights and the atmosphere, and I was just like, wow, I want to have a go. But my husband, Nathan Kitchen, he thought I was crazy because when I was younger I was so shy and really quiet, and he didn't believe me, so I kept saying yes, I want to have a go, and I started to train really hard, and eventually he let me go in the ring and show what I could do.
Amazing. I know that you lost your first 7 fights. I can imagine that was really tough. Most other fighters would throw in the towel and say this isn't for me. Where did you find the strength to continue?
Well, my first ever fight I won, and then I think the second one, but then I had a run of bad luck. I kind of faced the top girls really early in my career and had a lot of losses. But I think that's the kind of person I am. If I wasn't winning, I would go away, learn on my mistakes, get better, and then go back in as well. So I've probably learned a lot more from the fights that I've lost rather than the ones that I've won, and I think that shows what kind of character I am, like quite strong-willed.
Absolutely. A week before one of your fights, your father passed away. You ended up fighting despite that and won. What went through your mind?
It was a European title, and I trained really hard for this opponent, and my dad had been suffering with cancer for a long time, so it was a huge sad time in my life because, as I said, I was like a real daddy's girl. I was really close to my dad. I have 2 other sisters as well, so the family was coming around very close, and I think that's like the only fight I've gone in because I'm not an angry person, and I fought with lots of anger. I was really angry why he had cancer, why he was dying, and so I fought a really angry fight, and I kind of wanted to do really good for him as well. So yeah, I know he was proud of me. He didn't like to watch me fight, but he'd always watch on, back then it was video afterwards, and be very proud. But he would never come and watch me fight.
I'm so sorry for that.
No, I know.
I'm sure he's proud of you.
Yeah, I know he is.
Let's talk about butterflies. You have a butterfly tattoo. What does it symbolize?
Well, when my dad passed away, he left me and my sisters a little bit of money, and my sisters wanted to buy some jewellery to remember him by. And being a fighter, I could never ever wear jewellery, even like my wedding rings, I was frightened I'd lose it or something. So I was thinking for ages, and then I thought my dad and my mum, they always like buy each other cards with butterflies, or he'd come home with like little butterfly to stick up on the ceiling or something, so I thought it'd be nice to have a string of butterflies going up my back. So I've got 12, and that was my first tattoo, and it's precious.
I know you were very shy in the past, like I am. How did you overcome that, and are you ever shy today?
I mean, I was really shy in school. If somebody spoke to me, I'd go bright red. I hated attention. I think having children really changed me because, as I said, you have to speak up for them. They're your number 1 priority. So having children definitely changed me. And Muay Thai, the sport, has hugely changed me as a person, hopefully a better person. I would never have dreamt that I could stand in crowds of thousands of people and talk, let alone fight and do interviews. Today, I'm obviously not as shy, but I'm still a shy person. I'm quite quiet, and I think I surprise a lot of people. They see me on the internet as this big fighter, and then they meet me, and I'm quite quietly spoken and not loud and boisterous. So I'm still shy, but I don't know. I don't see it as a weakness. Not now.
Do you dedicate a lot of time to helping women build self-confidence and achieve their goals, both in and outside the sport? What can you tell us about it?
Being a mum at the beginning of my career has definitely made me want to help females and children. I think it's quite hard for females, and again, especially new mums, to get into a sport, and definitely walking into a gym, because I think they find it quite overpowering. They think there's going to be big men there getting hit, or gymnasium like this. So I like to encourage ladies to work out, because it makes them feel better. It gives them more energy for their day-to-day work, then working with children or at home or in work. And I've worked with lots of different kind of ladies, young ladies that have been in violent relationships, people who need to lose weight for wedding dresses, and when I see them reach their goals, it's like when I fight and I have my hand raised, I get the same sense of achievement. It's great.
You're doing such a great job.
Thank you.
And how do you prepare your own two daughters for the world?
My two daughters. Well, they're competing in Thai boxing. They've been in the gym since they was tiny, really. But when they was 3 years old, they started to do a little bit of training. And now they both fight. I have one daughter who's world champion, and the other daughter who's European champion. And at the moment, they love training. They love coming in the gym, and I think it's great. They're 14-year-olds. Obviously twins, and a lot of girls that age think they're too cool for sport or to swear and worried about what other people think. So I can already see them, they're being role models already, and not just for our local area, like worldwide. They're getting a lot of media, and as long as they're enjoying it, it's fine. In England, when they fight, it's no head contact, it's just to the body, so I know they're not taking big shots on their head. Whether I want them to do it as a career like me, I don't think so, because money-wise, it's not the money there for females, but we'll see where it leads them.
Let's talk a little bit about nutrition.
Yes.
How important is good nutrition for martial artists, and what has been your biggest insight when it comes to the subject?
Nutrition, I've always watched my diet. Obviously, any athlete diet is really important. But I met a very interesting man a few years ago. His name's Jan. He was Polish, and I met him in my hometown, and he's a natural bodybuilder. And I started to speak to him, and I soon recognised that he had lots of knowledge on dietitian. And if you want to look him up, he has a website called the Yam Plan, and it's all natural. And I started working with him. He wrote out a diet plan for me, and he encouraged me to do 2 training weight sessions a week. So when I met him, I think I was 12 times world champion. So I think, okay, yeah, I'll give it a go. And he said he can improve my strength by 50% having the right diet and doing some weights. And I wasn't sure if it would be 50%, so I gave it a go. And his plan and sense of eating, I felt so much more energy, I felt a lot stronger. And in my gym in England, Touch Gloves, we have a machine to test your strength, and within 1 year my strength had doubled. So I felt really, really good. So, diet is a huge part of preparing for any kind of athlete.
Do you feel that a lot of martial artists develop eating disorders as they try to gain and lose weight to fight in a certain category?
I haven't come across any that have eating disorders, but especially in our sport, it's very, very extreme, especially the guys, because when you have weigh-in, you have to make the weight. So sometimes, especially the guys who work in kilograms, they can lose up to 7 kilos in one day, or sometimes more, and that's a huge amount of weight. I obviously done weight cuts as well. So you try and do it gradually, but the last couple of days you always have a little bit to lose. And it is hard on the body because you're taking all the water out of it, you're starving your muscles. But with the Thai boxing, you normally weigh in the evening before, and then you have 24 hours to replenish your body. So you have to make sure you do it correctly, not eat junk food and junk drinks. You have to do it right. And I do think after a fighter has a fight, they'll treat themselves more so than other people, so then they normally get a little bit bigger. So it is kind of up and down, and it's finding the happy balance, but nutrition is a huge part for the sport and how your body will react in the ring, and your fitness and stuff.
Right. Speaking of which, the media doesn't make it any easier. How do you personally deal with any negativity that comes from the media or people on the internet?
Okay, for me that's really, really easy because my personality, I'm very, very laid back. In my whole career of fighting, my coach was my husband, Nathan Kitchen, and he done all that side for me, done all my promotion. He worked really, really hard because where we live is like at the bottom of England, so we're not near the big cities and stuff, so he had to promote me lots and lots. And all the time on the internet there was people kind of holding me down, and he would argue and he would get really stressed, he would take things personally. Whereas for me, I was in the gym, I would train, I'd go home, have a shower, and then I'd be mum at home. So I'd switch off, whereas he was always on the internet, rah, 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 rah. So I think being part of a fighter as well, my mindset's really good for that because I can switch off. So things that people say on the internet, sometimes they're hurtful, but I don't take them to heart. I have my friends and family around me, and what they think of me, that means the most.
Julie, you're a mom, martial arts champion, trainer. You are here with me today in the Netherlands traveling. How do you balance everything?
It's definitely hard. It's a lot easier now if you've retired from fighting. When I was training, it was extremely hard because I'd have really early mornings out running and running my own gym with my husband, so you have your own business, and just trying to go and do the groceries in the day was just like trying to fit in not enough hours in the day. But I had a lot of help with my family. My husband Nathan, his family and my family really, really helped. My girls are just like they're angels. They've been really helpful, and they support me 110%.
It's so important. Yeah. What are some of your goals for the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, well, things have really, really changed for me. This is probably the first interview I've done. Me and my husband have split. So we've been together 20 years, so it's a huge, huge difference for me. I'm still part of our gym in England, which is Touch Gloves. But here working in Alkmaar gym, a position came up and I was asked if I'd like to come here. So I'm in a new country working, which I'm absolutely loving at the moment. And I'm just really hoping to get this gym thriving, work with a lot of other Thai boxer females in Holland, and just like to promote female fitness in the different countries. And also I work on the programme Infusion. I'm not sure if you've heard of that. The fight series. So that's really exciting. We have a reality show later on in the year, and we do live shows in different countries once a month. So watch out for Infusion.
And you and your husband still are good friends, so
yes.
It's not that you are not speak to each
No,
other.
we still speak, and I know it can always be that way, but I think it's really important when you have got children that you can have that connection. So
where can people go to learn more about you online?
I'm everywhere on the internet, but I have an athlete page on Facebook, Julie Kitchen. I'm also on Twitter, Julie Kitchen UK, you can follow me, and Instagram and everywhere. So normally my name is either Julie Kitchen or Julie Kitchen UK, and I keep them up to date with stuff that I'm doing and pictures, and so if you can support me, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, and I will make sure to put all the links below this video.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Is there anything else you would like to cover today that you feel we've missed?
I just think Again, my gym in England is called Touch Loves Gym. We've just recently been linked with a private school called Gems for Life School, and it's the first one in England. And what they're doing is promoting Thai boxing, but any child from across the world can come and do Thai boxing in an elite environment whilst getting top education, which will open universities to them all across the world when they finish school. So that's a really exciting progress there. If you have children, you're looking for them to have top education whilst being really fit, Thai boxing, and getting them to really good goals, maybe it's worth having a look at too.
And thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
To meet you.
Can I just say something about the gym here as
Absolutely,
well?
yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
It's been a pleasure to meet you in Holland, and if you'd like to come and see me, come visit me at our gym. It's my new base. I've only been here 1 week, but amazing facilities, so please come in and have a look.
You've heard that to the people that are watching. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and I will see you on the next episode of Real Talk, Real Women.